How we doing, everybody? Justin, Bridgewater's Finest on YouTube. I almost messed up there. Blockbuster_guy on Twitter, in conjunction with the 2011 Donkey Punch Central Awards, bringing you some more of my award picks from the realm of movies. What we're going to be doing in this video is we're going to be giving away my awards for Best Director, Best Actress, and Best Actor on the year. And I'm going to be giving you all three nominees in each one of these categories. We're going to start with director, because I think that's the one that people give the least of a fuck about, so we'll start with directing. As far as my best directors on the year go, my number 3 best director on the year is Rupert Wyatt, and the big thing that Rupert Wyatt did this year was Rise of the Planet of the Apes. And this is a bit of it's a little contentious. I don't think that Rupert Wyatt's getting near enough credit for what he did with Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It's so hard to make a movie about monkeys, essentially. Or I guess it's not monkeys, because monkeys and apes are two different families. Anyways, to make a movie with apes in it, especially like smaller, like younger apes, and apes being really playful and shit like that, it's hard to make a movie like that and have people not just be like, tee-hee, it's monkeys. You know what I mean? To actually take the movie seriously. And the way that Rupert Wyatt put this movie together, and the way that his directorial style really shines through as the movie progresses, I think Rise of the Planet of the Apes was a big it was a big achievement this year, and I think Rupert Wyatt deserves a lot more credit than he's getting. So Rupert Wyatt was my number 3 director on the year. My number 2 director on the year, Nicholas Winding Refn. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I really do. His big one this year, of course, was Drive. Everything about Drive was phenomenal. The fact that he didn't get nominated for an Oscar for his directing in Drive is fucking criminal. It's criminal the way they've treated Drive just as a movie. In terms of Academy Award nominations, 1 nomination. Anyways, just so Drive was a phenomenal movie, and all of the choices, like the little things, the little choices about a movie like Drive, that the director has his hands in. Everything about that movie was just amazing. And again, Refn deserves a lot more credit. Again, he's another one that deserves a lot more credit than he's getting. Drive was a phenomenal movie. Refn did a fantastic job directing it, and he was my number 2 on the year, which means there's one better. Sorry about my phone. My award for the best director of this year goes to Woody Allen. Woody Allen's big one this year, I'm just turning the sound down on my phone so that doesn't happen again. Woody Allen's big project this year was Midnight in Paris. And just, wow, like Midnight in Paris was just so great. And the fact that he took a movie not at all about himself, but the fact that he was able to he transformed it into this great biopic, because the character that Owen Wilson is playing mirrors the way that Woody Allen feels so perfectly. And he did such a phenomenal job this year. Woody Allen was nominated for the Oscar in this category, and I really hope he gets it. It's very stiff competition this year. I really hope he wins it. He certainly won it for me. Woody Allen, congratulations. You are my number 1 top director for the year of 2011. Moving on to actresses. This was a tight category for me this year. There were good female performances that I saw, and there were some really, really bad ones. But here are my personal top 3 actresses on the year. Number 3 on the year, Saoirse Ronan. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right. She played Hannah, played the titular character in the movie Hannah. I give her the nod because it's so hard to play a character like that. I know she's sort of getting typecast now as this, emotionally fragile, destroyed young girl. But she plays the role so fucking well that I don't know, it's hard not to come up with a role like this and not think of her right away. And this role, it's a little bit different because she is disturbed and she is sort of broken down, but she's also a child assassin. And she just plays this role perfectly. There's no one else I could possibly think of that could have played this role any better than her. So, Saoirse Ronan, you are my number 3 on the year. My number 2 on the year is Marion Cotillard. And Marion Cotillard was, if you remember from my award show last year, was, I believe, my number 2 or number 3 last year. So she's had a couple of very good years. I'm nominating her for the role she played in Midnight in Paris. She plays a woman from the 1920s, as Owen Wilson's character has gone back in time to the 20s, who thinks that she would be, if only I wasn't born in this time, if only I lived in the 1870s or the 1850s or wherever it was she wanted to go. And I don't know. I love her. I love Marion Cotillard so much. I love the flair and the class that she brings to every character that she plays. And she's got a very, very wide range, and that's another thing that I love so much about her. She was phenomenal in Midnight in Paris, so she is my number 2 on the year. Only to be outdone by my pick for 2011's Best Actress, Emma Stone. And Emma Stone had another great year this year. Last year, of course, her big one. Oh my goodness, I totally lost it. Wow, and I liked the movie so much. It'll come to me. Emma Stone this year was in The Help and was in Crazy Stupid Love. She played the main character in The Help and basically one of the main characters in Crazy Stupid Love. The Help is getting a lot of love from people who really liked the book. Evil A? Maybe? Was Evil A? I'll have to look it up now. So, Emma Stone's getting a lot of love for The Help. The Help's getting a lot of love as a great movie. I can't remember off the top of my head what nominations it might have gotten, but in any case, and also in Crazy Stupid Love. Crazy Stupid Love was such an underrated comedy. I think it was one of the best comedies of the year. It was fun. It was totally phenomenal. And she plays a great character in that movie as well, as the love interest of Ryan Gosling and vice versa. So Emma Stone, I love you. You're fantastic. You had a great year this year, and you are my pick for my top actress. And I'm going to find the name of that before I leave here. Before we do actors. Easy A, not Evil A, Easy A. Alright. Let's move on to Best Actor. Let's just put that whole Evil A, Easy A debacle behind us and go to Best Actor. Best Actor, again, got 3 nominees here. My number 3 on the year for Best Actor is Michael Fassbender. Though I'm nominating Fassbender primarily for the role that he played in X-Men First Class. He just was absolutely phenomenal playing Magneto. But he had a big year. He was in quite a bit. He had a role he was in Jane Eyre. He was in A Dangerous Method. He was in Shame, and played really great roles in all of those movies. So Michael Fassbender had a big year. I, of course, will be the first one to say, but he played Magneto in X-Men. and it wasn't just the fact that he was in an X-Men movie, it was the fact that he played Magneto so fantastically. Michael Fassbender, you're my number 3 on the year for Best Actor. My number 2 on the year for Best Actor is Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and this is entirely for the only major movie that he did this year, 50-50. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is one of these guys that when he's in a movie, he has the audience just eating out of the palm of his hand, and it doesn't matter what role it's in, whether it's in a dramatic role, it's in a comedic role, and here he does both. He's in a dramatic role, obviously, where he has cancer, and he mixes that with comedy so perfectly. And a lot of part of that isn't due to the writing in the movie, but a lot of it is due to the way he plays the character. And he's just, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's he's phenomenal in everything that he's in. I'm so looking forward to him being in the last Nolan vs. Batman movie this year, The Dark Knight Rises. I cannot wait. But he's my number 2 on the year. My number 1 on the year was a Michael Fassbender-like workhorse who was in no fewer than 3 great movies this year. My award for Best Actor of the year 2011 goes to Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling, of course, as I mentioned before, plays Emma Stone's love interest in Crazy Stupid Love. He's sort of a philandering playboy in that movie. Just like my little dance there? Yeah. In that movie, he plays political advisor to George Clooney in The Ides of March, and he plays the silent protagonist in Drive. Well, mostly silent protagonist in Drive. It's 3 completely different roles, and it's 3 roles that you can't picture anybody else but Ryan Gosling playing those roles. And that's proof positive to me of a guy that is dominating at his craft. Gosling is phenomenal. He's an absolute force when he's on the movie screen. He had a great year this year. I can't wait to see what he's going to do for a follow-up in the next couple of years. Ryan Gosling, congratulations. You are my 2011 Best Actor. So just to run them by you again, my Best Director, my number 3 was Rupert Wyatt, my number 2 was Nicholas Winding Refn, and my number 1 was Woody Allen. Best Actress, my number 3 was Saoirse Ronan, my number 2 was Marion Cotillard, and my number 1 was Emma Stone. And for Best Actor, my number 3 was Michael Fassbender, my number 2 was Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and my number 1 was Ryan Gosling. Thank you so much again for the views. I'm Justin, Bridgewater's Finest on YouTube, Blockbuster_guy on Twitter. As far as our awards go, we're done with Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Director. We're also done with some of the other miscellaneous awards. The only thing that's left is to do my bottom 10 movies on the year, which is probably going to be the next video, and then another video or 2 talking about my top 20 movies of 2011. And I hope you'll come back and join me. Thank you so much. See you later.